So my father runs a distribution company and we sell rat poisons and glue traps to several shops in Chennai. So totally we sell 300 poisons and 100 glue traps every single month. We are a small business. So totally 400 rats we kill every single month. So as a professional rat killer, I'm going to teach you how to love rats instead of killing them. Let's get into the video. You see, rats are just like girls. Say there's a beautiful girl, you find her pretty, you like her, and you would like to have sex with her. Now, do you forcefully have sex with her, basically rape her, or do you take her on a date, court her, show her a good time, and try to get mutual consent from the girl? You see, it's the same thing with rats. In order to get rats out of your house, you don't forcefully kill them using poison and glue traps. Instead, you try to understand their psychology and try to get their mutual consent. You see, getting a girl inside your home to sleep with you and getting a rat outside your home to sleep somewhere else are both one and the same thing. You don't do it through force. Instead, you do it by showing love. Let's talk about the love way. There are two reasons why rats come into your house: in order to find a shelter, in order to find food. And if you prevent access to food as well as garbage by properly storing them in closed containers, then the rat will not have access to them. And make sure you use metal containers instead of plastic ones because the rats can chew through them. And secondly, for shelter, there are 2 or 3 ways how you can tackle this. Number one, you can use pepper or peppermint oil or eucalyptus oil. All three are famous rat deterrents. So take a cotton ball and dip it in these oils and leave it in places where rats frequent. The rats are going to hate the smell and hate the shelter, their newfound shelter. Second trick is to adopt a cat or at least buy cat litter from cat stores, pet stores. Just the smell of its predator will make the rat hesitant to stay in your apartment. And lastly, clean all of your cupboards. There'll be some shelves that you completely forgot about, which the rats have taken to be their new home. So if you follow these 5 steps and wait for 2-3 weeks, then the cat will on its own leave your apartment because it knows that your apartment no longer supports its survival, but instead threatens it. But instead of following these simple steps, people often buy rat poisons and glue traps, and we make a lot of profit from them. But when it comes to these two killing strategies, I seriously don't know which one is more cruel. You see, glue traps are more cruel than rat poisons because glue traps take several days to kill the rats, while rat poisons kill them immediately the next day. So it's like hanging someone. When the rope is behind your neck, it takes several hours for you to die. But when the rope is in front of your neck, like how this guy is joking here, then it takes only 2 minutes to kill you. And the reason is in your neck, in the front side, there is windpipe, and in the back side, there is vertebrae, basically your spinal cord. So when the rope is in front of you, and if you fall, then your momentum breaks your spinal cord, and that immediately paralyzes your entire body, neck down, and your lungs immediately collapse. And you die within 2-3 minutes. But if you keep the rope behind you, then your windpipe is going to get crushed, but it won't break. So you will still keep partially breathing and you'll be suffocating for a very long time. And slowly, one by one, several organs in your body fail and then you finally die. So it's like if the rope is in front of you, then you're chicken. But if the rope is behind you, then you are halal chicken. So the natural conclusion is glue traps are more cruel than rat poisons. But that's where you'll be wrong. In fact, rat poisons are more cruel than glue traps because rat poisons don't just kill the rat, but it kills the entire food chain. You see, all the crows that feed on the dead rat and all the cats that feed on the dead rat, they all get secondary poisoning from the poison that the dead rat ate. And how this works is very interesting. You see, crows, they're not selfish. Whenever there is food, they do caw, caw, and call all the crows to eat the rat. So each crow only gets a small percentage of the poison. And the poison, basically, the chemical name is bromodiolone. It actually stays in the system for 170 days before our body can finally excrete it. So just like we collect mercury from eating fish, the crow collects bromodiolone from each dead rat that it eats. So over the next several months, as it eats many dead rats, all dead due to our poison, the crow slowly collects bromodiolone in its own body, and one day it falls dead, just like the rats we killed. So the glue traps kill only the rat, but kill it very, very slowly, while the rat poison kills the rat quickly, but kills all the species dependent on the rat very, very slowly. So one affects the entire food chain while one kills the rat in a very inhumane way. Just watch this video in the description to really understand how glue traps work. So moral of the story is guide the rat outside your home instead of guiding it out of existence. And from my side, we are going to stop selling rat cakes and glue traps. I see you in the next video.